morning. Okay, hello. So, when we talk about frequency tables, there's going to be two different things that we're going to talk about. Are the regular frequency table that just has regular numbers in it, and then we're going to talk about another type called a relative. We're going to say relative frequency table that has percents in it. Okay, so let's do. We're just going to talk about regular frequency table. Okay, sometimes it may not all be filled in. Okay, the part that's filled in right now, if you look, okay, that is called a joint frequency table. Okay, joint because there's two different things happening. Okay, and we join them together in a frequency table. Now, these parts out here, the totals, okay, that is called a marginal frequency. Okay, so that just means we take the margins, okay, and we fill them in. Okay, that's all that's going on here. You probably won't ever see those words again. Okay, the more as you talk about it, but that's what they are. Okay, so all we have to do is we have to total things up. What's up?
Can't you just do this on that Google stat sheet, spreadsheet thing?
Oh, you mean like an Excel type?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we add these up. So 4 and 3 and 1, what does that get me? 8. Okay, so that's the total for the number of blue eyes. Okay, brown eyes would be 7. Green, 5. Okay, then we can total this way. So the people who have black hair, blonde hair, and red hair. So black hair, 9. Blonde, 7. Red, 4. Okay, so here's what's cool about a frequency table. You can check your answers. Here's how. If I do 9 plus 7, what do I get? 16. Plus 4, 20. So technically this total should be 20, but you have to check it this way as well and make sure you get 20. If you don't, you did something wrong. Okay? So 8 and 7, yep, that's 20. Okay? So both of those should total up to 20 both ways. You with me on that?
Nope.
Okay. So that's what you're going to put in it right here. What do you notice about the total row/column? Okay? They are equal. Okay? And that will always happen. Always. Okay? Based on your table, how many students have blonde hair and blue eyes? Here's how I do that. Okay? I look at my blonde hair, which is this category here, yes? 4. Okay? And then I look at blue eyes. Of this, which one's blue? The 4. Okay? So there are 4 students that have blonde hair and blue eyes. What about red hair and green eyes? So you go to red, green is at 3. Yep. So there's 3 students who have red hair and green eyes. What about just red hair? 4. Yeah, we look at the total for red. Okay. What about brown eyes?
7.
Yep, we go total there. Total is 7. Easy peasy.
What if you have in the middle eyes? What if you have
In the middle eyes.
but you don't have black or blonde?
It wasn't surveyed.
They just don't care what your phone is.
They don't care. Okay, now here's what I want to look at. I'm going to have to scroll down here. Okay, so I kind of filled in my table here so I have it. You can still see yours. This is our regular frequency table. This is our relative frequency table right here. Relative. Relative is simply percents. If you look here, okay, 3 out of the total. So you take the number that's in the box out of the total. So 3 out of 20 is 0.15%. I'm sorry, is 0.15. Now, if we talk about percent, though, it's not 0.15%. Yes. Okay, if we look at, well, I guess I could write on here. Okay, 0.15. Does anybody know how to find a percent from that? What do you do?
Ooh.
Move the decimal 2 places to the right. So 0.15 is 15%. We cool on that? Okay. So if we want to do blonde, okay, it's going to be 4 divided by 20. We'll get off those calculators. Yep. Equals point. No, you don't have to write percent. You can just put 0.2 in there. Okay. You can write percentage. I don't care. You can do decimals or percent. If you write percent, make sure you put the percent sign. Okay. Red is 1 out of 20. which is 0.5. What percentage is that? I'm sorry, 0.05.
5.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we're 8 out of 20.
No.
0.4, which is what percent? 40%. Brown, 5 out of 20. 2 out of 20.
Wait.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and write all my fractions. I'll let you guys tell me the decimals here in a minute.
Okay.
You done? You can leave your desk out there. You have your tasks, right? Okay. See you later, bud.
One day.
I don't even know it. I just said 5 because the nice person you can say 5. Well, if he's in your class, he is.
All right, 5 out of 20. What decimal do I have? 0.25, which is?
25%.
What about 2 out of 20?
10%.
0.10. 0 would just be 0. 7 out of 20? 0.35. 5 out of 20. Do we already have that? Yeah, 0.25. 3. We did not have. What's 3 out of 20? 0.15.
Yeah.
Okay. And then 1 out of 20. 0.5. All right, 9 out of 20. That's a little bigger. 0.45.
I was going for this.
7. We already did. 0.35. And then 4. We already did. 0.2. And then 20 out of 20. That's 100%. Okay. So you can either put the decimal or you can put the percent. I don't care. Okay. If you're going to put the percent, you have to put the percent sign. Yes.
Yeah.
So do you understand the difference between regular and relative?
Yes.
Relative has which type in it? Whole numbers or percent? Relative has,
What was the other one?
this is relative, this is regular. Relative has the,
Cents and decimals and all that.
Percento.
yes. Okay, now we're going to talk about how to fill in a frequency table given kind of a paragraph of information. So, if we have, it says you conduct a survey that has 286 students in your freshman class, whether they play a sport, it should be, or a musical instrument. 118 of those students play a sport, and 64% of those play a musical instrument. Okay, so let's break this down. It says 118 students play a sport. So if we go under sport, okay,
Total should be 118.
okay, yes should be 118, right? With me? Okay. Of those, okay, so it says, and 64 of those play a musical instrument. So is that yes or no for instrument?
Yes.
Yes. So that's yes sport, yes music. Yes?
Yay.
Okay, so that's double yes here. So that is 64. Okay, then it says 93 of the students do not play a sport or an instrument. Where's that going to go? Double no. Right here, double no. Okay, now there's one number we did not use yet. What number did we not use yet?
282.
What is that? That is the total, right? That's the total number of students. So that goes right here. Now, how are we going to fill in the rest of our table?
Oh, I know.
Go ahead.
You can do to find the sports. You do 286 minus 118.
Okay, so 286 minus 118, that'll give us the no sports. Okay, which is what? 168. Okay, now look at this top row. We can do 118 minus 64, and that'll tell us yes sport, no instrument. Track it? What is it? 54. Okay, now how am I going to get this? 168 minus 93, which is, it can't be 147.
Oh, sorry.
75? Okay. Now we can get the totals. So add your 64 and your 75. 60, 110,
For all of us, we all have totals.
119?
Oh, you're coming good.
No.
Oh, yeah, I had my 20 off.
It's okay.
And then 54 and 93? 147. Okay, now, how do we check our answers?
By adding 139 and 147.
Yes, is 139 plus 147 286?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, what about 118 plus 168?
Yes.
Okay, that's how we know we did it right. You tracking with me? Uh-oh. You tracking with me?
Yes. Yes.
Alright, what percentage of students who play a sport also play an instrument? I'm gonna walk through it, okay? So what percentage of students who play a sport? So sport has to be which category, yes or no? Yes. Okay, so sport, yes. Also play an instrument. So which box are we looking for? Yes, yes. Okay, which is 64. But they're asking for a percent. So what's my total I'm going to be out of? No.
286.
Okay, so let's talk about why. Why is it not the 118, but it's the 286? Well, it says right here, what percentage of students? Okay. Yeah, it's like overall. Okay. If it said given, if it uses the word given, if it says given that a student plays a sport, how many of them also play an instrument? That would be different. Okay. But we're going to use the 286 here. Did you get it yet? 64 out of 286? What is it?
18.
Uh-oh.
What?
What is that square?
We'll say 22.4%. Okay. What percentage of students who play an instrument do not play a sport? Okay, so, you know what though? I'm looking at this wording. I'm not really thinking I agree with myself. Hold on a second. What percentage of students who play a sport?
Also play
They play an
so
instrument,
people
do not.
who play.
It should be out of 118.
Oh, you're
Because it says that students who play a sport also play.
They
it.
also play an
Not
instrument,
just
so
both.
it would have to be both. Yeah, because they also play an instrument.
Oh, yeah, okay, yep. Woo! Struggling. Okay.
it's a
What percentage of students who play an instrument do not play a sport? Okay, where are we at?
Yes,
No,
no,
yes.
So, sports,
No.
No.
What?
Yes.
I'm sorry, instruments,
Yes.
yes. Okay, sports, no. So instrument, yes. Sports, no. So that's 75. Out of
168.
168.
It's 286.
Wait. Those students who play an instrument.
It's
26.
It's the same.
Wait,
It's
139.
It's sport and instrument.
Is it 139? If it's not
okay, let's reread. What percentage of students who play an instrument do not play a sport?
I
So
said
the
one.
first,
One.
hold on. The first category that they said is what?
Instrument.
So they have to play it.
I call it instruments. I say 139.
So if you look at total instruments, it's 139.
I literally.
Okay? Because they have to be in the instrument category. Right, 139.
168.
It's 53.9, so we just round to 54. Because this is 0.9 is
Oh yeah. So it would round to 54. Okay, the easiest part. You get to make the joint relative frequency table. So now you're just going to find the percents. Okay? So here you're going to do 64 out of the 286. You're just going to find all of them. Okay?
We're all out of 86, right?
All of them are out of 286. Yep.
I thought you were trying to, mess with my brain.
Yeah, me.
Oh, I hate this.
You
do I have to
Round to 3 decimal places.
3?
Yeah, like it was
Oh,
.2237, so I rounded to .224.
I was like, no.
I have these different.
I am not happy. You use their business.
Wait.
Oh, hey.
It's monotonous, isn't it?
I don't.
It's easy. It just takes a while.
Yeah, it's like Cornell notes for history class. I don't like
I
It's
don't
not
know.
bad.
Does anyone?
No, if you like Cornell notes, I question your sanity.
I like Cornell notes, okay?
No!
I'm kind of like, not gonna lie here, I actually kind of like them. They're
I
actually
like
kind
his
of fun
class.
to
They're actually kind of not.
do. They actually are.
No, they're not. They take so much time, and it just, you have to read.
They take an hour.
See, let me.
And then you don't know, like, how much information to put down for each one. You have to write this much
I'm not a reader.
Okay, let's stay focused. Okay, take a look at my numbers. Do we agree? Do we have the same numbers? Friends, do we have the same numbers?
Wait.
Yeah. No, I
Yes.
like percent scale.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, if you put them as percents, that's fine. Okay, what percentage of students play both a sport and a musical instrument? So, yes and yes. What is that?
22.4.
Okay, what percentage of students do not play a sport or a musical instrument? So, what are we looking for here? No. That's right here. 32.5%. So again, with that decimal, you have to move it over 2 times to make that percent. Doing okay? Yeah? Okay, example 3. The guidance office at a high school surveyed 412th grade students to know
In which 4 states?
whatever.
This is.
I know. I need to check. One of the other teachers makes this, and I need to read it to make sure that I.
No, in which of 4 states?
Okay, the results are summarized in the two-way frequency table. So we need to kind of fill in our boxes here. So what's our total? 400. That was said up here. Okay, 400 12th grade students. So if we look at this number, how are we going to get this number?
You have to add them.
Yeah.
We can add them this way, or we can use these. It doesn't matter how you do it, okay? I think it's probably easier to add down. Okay, so 64 and 26, 80, that would be 90. Okay, check my work, make sure I'm good. All right, how are we going to get here? 94 minus 44 is 50. Okay, how are we going to get here? 82 minus 44. Yep. And then 134 minus 84 is 50. Guess what you get to do now?
Oh, yay!
Go for it. It's always, now listen up, it's always the number that's in the box divided by the total. Okay? So this time, for example, it's going to be 84 divided by 400. That's what goes here.
Why are you so fast? I'm so slow.
Oh, heck no.
If these have any decimals that are stuck.
That's what this
No.
Okay, we getting the same numbers?
So I'm just gonna say yes. Yes, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna let you finish up in your second. Let me ask you a question. How many girls would prefer to live in California? What percentage? 12.5%. So we go to girls, we go to California, 0.125, move that decimal, 12.5%. Okay, what percentage of boys would prefer to live in Florida?
11%.
11%, right? We go to boys, we go to Florida. Okay, what percentage of, what percentage of boys and girls would prefer Texas?
20.5.
Yes. So you do boys and girls. So that's both of these. Oh, look at that. That's the total. Okay, for Texas, 20.5%. All right, go ahead and flip it over. Go and work on your practice. Okay? So that next one is just practice on your own.
If we do a relative,
What's that?
we have to do a relative.
I think so.
Ah! Oh. This is sad.
I swear, if you make me do this on decimal, something will be very upset.
No, we're not doing that.
Okay.
Desmos.
Decimals?
I can't swim.
Yeah.
I can't swim. I can, just not for a long period of time.
I mean, I can doggy paddle.
Your
I can
arm.
save myself.
I
do
with
pull my
my
arm.
arms.
Go.
No.
Like,
Yeah, that doesn't work.
like this, man. I can swim just not out in the Olympic rate, you know?
I
That's
can't.
how I live.
Ease it.
We can do it all.
Do what?
All.
I can
Everything.
beat Michael Phelps.
Like,
No.
we can play soccer. We can
Uh-huh.
beat anybody.
Uh-huh.
You can beat you, man.
Not bad.
I bet that he can swim and play soccer and still beat you.
At the same time.
Yeah, at the same time, swimming and playing
Oh,
soccer
I don't know.
You're mean to me.
Rhett, you are
There's a lot of beef going on this side. I see you just make a diss track. Settle it that way.
We'll make a diss track. We'll make a diss track. We'll in the studio later. Just Audrey.
At the library.
the library.
The library.
Just on that, I dare you, bro. We'll come back harder.
Nobody cares.
You know, I have this I worked through this ahead of time.
Oh.
Can you give me
You
these?
actually use that. That's
Can you look for those
No, I want the answers.
You did the same stuff every year.
So I bought, but it's stuck. Wait, like, I feel like if you did it, like, you look like you were that would be so annoying to go back and literally redo it.
Oh, I teach it 3 class periods in a row. 7th, 8th, and 9th. But I period, I'm like, when I period, I'm like, you got it? Alright, good, I'm done.
Oh wait, can you go back?
I will in a second. I'm just gonna fill them all in for y'all and then I'll go back.
Okay. Do you have Max in your class?
Who's that?
Max Etheridge?
Yeah, next period.
Do you know who his girlfriend is?
Oh, he's dating somebody?
Uh-huh.
Who?
My friend Rachel.
Yep.
She's not in this class. Like,
That's terrible.
what?
It's on the